Yo, what up, YouTube fam? Ray Woods here, channel Real Estate with Ray. Again, where I have my journey and my education on here. This is what I document to give to you all, my YouTube peeps, so you don't make the same mistakes in this business. And so if you're new to this business, you can actually learn from me and what I've been going through with this business sort of help you out. So I want to give you just 7 steps for real estate beginners, step by step. It's going to be very simple. I'm going to keep this very simple because too many people try to overcomplicate this, and it's not complicated. Real estate wholesaling is not complicated. I'm going to give you these steps. The first step you want to do is find a motivated seller. And when I say motivated seller, you do not want to waste your time dealing with sellers who are not interested in selling their house. Don't try to convince people to sell their house. You want to find a motivated seller. They have an issue going on. They may be going into pre-foreclosure. They may had a family member that passed a house down to them and they don't want to keep it. They just want to get the cash out. Maybe the house has been vacant for a long time. You want to find those types of sellers so you can close out that deal faster. You can find these through Propstream. I'm not a
that you could,
what you call it, whatever the word is, what people be talking about in all these YouTube channels. I don't get money for this, but I got my I Love Data shirt on from Propstream, and Propstream is a good source to pull leads from to find a motivated seller. You got Zillow, you can network, you can talk to different real estate agents. So those are a few options there. The second step is when you find that motivated seller, lock up the contract. Get that property under contract. And if you don't have a contract and you're not in a real estate group, just Google a generic purchase and sale agreement on the online and Google that in your state, because each state had different laws when it comes to this wholesaling stuff. So just do that for your state. I'm not a real estate attorney at all, so always consult with your attorney. So if you do get that form, send it over to Google a real estate attorney and ask them, do they have time to review a form, because you're trying to do a real estate transaction with another individual. So the next step you want to do when you get that contract is find a buyer. You can find a buyer also through Propstream. You can go to auctions and find buyers because they're flooded with money. Like they walk around with $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 money orders in their pocket, just balling out of control.
I want to feel like it's raining on me, okay?
Then you want to find some at networking events. So if you go to a networking event, you can find some buyers there. Hey, you a cash buyer? You looking for some deals? I got some deals here. Are you interested in that? Bam, you got your buyer. The next thing you want to do, assign that contract over to the buyer. So you have your purchase and sell agreement from the seller to you. And now you want to make a purchase and sell agreement from you to the buyer. And between you and the buyer, you add on your assignment fee, which, as I told you in my previous videos, and I'll put that in the card here on how not to lose a real estate wholesale deal. You be honest with the seller, tell them you're making a fee. They may not know the fee yet because you don't know the fee yet, depending on what the deal is, if it's going to make sense for the buyer. You put that on the contract, you sign it over to the buyer, and then that goes to the next step. You take the A contract, you take the B contract, the C contract, however many contracts you're going to have. Usually it's just going to be 2 contracts between you and the seller and then between you and the buyer. You're going to take those contracts, you're going to give it to a real estate closing attorney, whether it be your attorney that you have within your area or it be the buyer's attorney. You're going to mail them over or email them over. I said mail like I'm like 80 years old. You're going to email those over to the attorney and confirm that they received those and let them handle the rest. That is all. You close the deal and then you get your check. You're excited that you got that stuff, but I'm going to tell you right here, be excited, but just be wary that the deal is not done until you cash that check. When that check clears in your bank account, then you're good. So let's go back through it again. You find a motivated seller, you get the contract with the seller, you market the contract to a buyer, you get the contract with a buyer, you send those contracts over to the closing attorney, you chill and you let them do their work while you're looking for other deals. You close the deal and then you cash the check. Those are the 7 step-by-step ways that you can close a real estate wholesale deal.